welcome. It's nice to have you join us on an abridged version of Nationwide. You just watched the APC presidential campaign mega rally in Abuja. I am Lydia Odije-Ochi. Thank you for your time. President Muhammadu Buhari has joined the other presidential candidates for the forthcoming general elections to renew their pledge for peaceful elections. This was at the second signing of the National Peace Accord on Prevention of Violence and Acceptance of the election results under the auspices of the National Peace Committee. The president said although the elections are significant for the growth of the nation's democracy, they are important only to the extent that they make Nigeria peaceful and stronger. Ahmed Ondas Ahmed has details.
Amidst this musical interlude, the second peace accord by the presidential contenders was signed and sealed as they worked with a peaceful conduct of the presidential polls in the country. To the standard bearers, Nigeria as the end beneficiary requires peaceful polls and smooth transition that will go a long way in stabilizing democracies in the African continent. Consensus from the event is the conviction that the resolutions by all presidential candidates at the accord will be binding for each free polls. This accord is the second in the series of efforts to ensure violent-free election. Ahmed Ondas Ahmed, NTA News.
President Muhammadu Buhari says the unity of Nigeria is non-negotiable and the federal government will not spare any effort to ensure the elections are credible. The president stated this during a courtesy visit by the Commonwealth Secretary General, Right Honourable Patricia Scotland, at the State House, Abuja. After attending the signing of the peace accord, a statement by the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, says the Secretary General described Nigeria as a treasured member of the Commonwealth family, adding that the signing of the peace accord will lead to a better voter turnout. The statement adds that the Commonwealth Secretary General also lauded the energetic way the President has pursued issues of security and anti-corruption, pledging that the Commonwealth stands ready to assist Nigeria at all times. In continuation of its nationwide campaign, the APC has held its mega rally this afternoon in the FCT. Its supporters expressed high hopes of the president's ability to lead Nigeria to the promised land if re-elected. Still on the polls ahead. It is only a matter of days before Nigerians go to the polls to elect leaders into various political offices, and Good Morning Nigeria is engaging key players to ascertain their state of preparedness for the elections. Serafina Okon reports that Wednesday's edition featured INEC officials and analysts who expressed optimism that the polls will be smooth in spite of setbacks in a few states.
With fire incidents in some INEC offices across the nation, there were fears that the conduct of the elections in those states may be affected. However, speaking on Good Morning Nigeria, officials of INEC reassure that plans are in top gear with a general mop-up, inter-agency interactive sessions, and engagement with security agencies ongoing to ensure credible polls.
And we have told them, no PVC, no voting. The era of, the incident form is gone for good. What we expect you on that day is that just dip the edge of your either thumb or your index finger on the ink and allow it to stand inside that box.
Analysts on the program urged the security agencies to rise up to the occasion and ensure a peaceful environment for both the electorates and electoral officials to perform their responsibilities.
If the smart card readers fail in some of the areas that they are being mocked up now, it means we'll run into hitches and some challenges in those areas. But to a very large extent, on the part of the electoral management body, all seems to be well.
We have to, be very, cautious of the spreading of fake news, which may intimidate voters.
And we've concluded all series of trainings. As a matter of fact, as at last week, we had trained all the supervisory presiding officers, the presiding officers, the assistant presiding officers.
In order to ensure that we carry everybody along, we have actually identified amongst these IDP camps some 26 voting centers.
The polls open Saturday with the presidential and National Assembly contests across the Federation. Serafina Okon, NTA News.
Meanwhile, with just few days to the 2019 general elections, civil society organizations and security agencies are advised to demonstrate zero tolerance to political thuggery and illegal bearing of firearms under any guise during and after the general elections. The Director General of the National Orientation Agency, Dr. Garba Abari, gave the advice while briefing newsmen on peaceful and violence-free general elections in Abuja. Akim Dairo compiled the report.
It is an established fact that security agencies provide security before, during and after elections. Civil society organizations and other relevant agencies on their part also play a key role in sustaining peace during the elections without regard to political affiliations. This, among other issues, are what informed the press briefing by the National Orientation Agency, calling on stakeholders to put the country first in everything they do.
Let us all work together with INEC, with security agencies, and with neighbors, and with volunteers, so that we ensure peaceful and thoughtful electoral process that will protect our country in good light. In the same way, I call on all security agencies to be up and running, professional, civil, respectful, and secure the environment so that citizens can go about performing their civic duties with utmost confidence and sense of protection.
Director General of the agency noted with satisfaction assurances by key stakeholders to keep lives and property safe at all times for the general well-being of the country.
In another development, the Deputy Inspector General of Police North Central Zone, Godwin Nwobodo, has charged relevant stakeholders in the electoral process to ensure peaceful elections. The DIG gave the charge at a stakeholders meeting with police personnel, other security agencies, representatives of political parties and civil society organizations in Minna, Niger State. Suleiman Kodogi reports.
Oda's meeting was at the instance of the Inspector General of Police, Muhammad Adamu, as part of deliberate efforts towards peaceful and successful conduct of the Saturdays and 2nd of next month elections. The DIG Godwin Nwobodo, who is on a working visit to Niger State, urged security operatives to display professionalism in the discharge of their constitutional responsibility to ensure peaceful elections.
As an institution, we will not allow anybody to derail this country. The election must be just election. It cannot be war. We will not allow it to be war.
Commissioner of Police Ibrahim Sabo promised to work hard with other security agencies and stakeholders to ensure a peaceful political outing in the state. The State Resident Electoral Commissioner, Professor Samuel Egu, described the event as timely, adding that his working experience with security operatives and other stakeholders has been cordial. Other stakeholders, especially the representatives of political parties, applauded the Nigerian police force for setting the ball running. In Minna, Suleiman Kodogi, NTA News.
In just a matter of hours, Nigerians will go to the polls to cast their ballots for the presidential and National Assembly candidates. But how informed are the electorate on the voting procedures? Mayor Ugidi takes an assessment.
They may not look rich or live in choice areas in town, but they are the kings in this prestigious time, that is, in the election period. And this piece of technology is the reason behind their prized status.
This is my liberty.
Possessing it is one thing. Utilizing it properly is another kettle of fish. 7 steps are required in the voting process. But how informed are they?
The first step is to go direct to, I think, a few or 3 that can accredit you.
We should be on the queue by 8.
Yes, well, first of all, you go to the polling
unit with your permanent voter's card. If there's a queue, you join the queue. First official will check to look at your card and see whether it's actually your card from the card that we use to ascertain that the PVC is actually one issued by INEC. And if it is, then we will ask for your biometrics. Your fingers will put onto the aperture to confirm. So if you're past biometrics, you will now go on to get a ballot paper. Then you go to the cubicle where you will vote in secret. Then you come out, you roll it again, flatten it, and you come out and you drop it in the open. Basically, that's just what it is. You just get accredited and you vote at the same time, unlike what we did in 2015.
In moments like this, fake news is having a field day. For instance, my mobile phone was inundated with messages from friends requesting to know whether INEC has directed the use of a particular finger for voting. And this news has already gained currency.
This is the one that is being used, but it has now been changed to this very particular one.
To confirm how true the news was, I had a chat with the Chief Press Secretary to the INEC chairman.
Now we have 73 political parties contesting, and the boxes in the ballot paper are slightly smaller. So whichever finger that the voter is comfortable with, he or she can use. But the important thing is that the mark that you make on the ballot paper, you must ensure that that mark is right in the middle of the box, opposite the logo of the political party of your choice. Ensure that the mark does not stray into the box either above or under the one that you have chosen, so that it will not be rendered invalid.
February 16 is almost here, and more of such fake news is expected. But it is an invitation for more editorial vigilance. Mayor Ogede, NTA News.
Still staying with the forthcoming elections, over now to Hingino in Lagos for more stories. Hingino, it's over to you.
Thank you, Lydia, and welcome to Lagos. The All Progressives Congress APC campaign has taken a new dimension as its door-to-door campaign has been extended to various beaches in the Lagos metropolis. Tunde Saiki reports that members of the Buhari We Love campaign movement were at one of the beaches at the Lekki-Aja axis of the metropolis to canvass for votes for the APC in the forthcoming general elections.
Lagos, the commercial nerve of the country, is blessed with several national tourism sites, especially the beaches. These beaches are patronized on a regular basis by several persons from within and outside the state. It is against this background that some members of the All Progressives Congress APC decided to take advantage of this to meet with these beach lovers to share the various achievements of President Muhammadu Buhari and the APC.
So many people come to the beach to relax, to enjoy. In that mode of enjoyment, let us tell them that, look, in the next few days, precisely on Saturday, we'll be going out to vote for President Muhammadu Buhari.
Canvass for people to vote for him again come February 16, which is next Saturday, because actually he has delivered in the promises him and his party made 2014 sequel to 2015 election.
The Buhari We Love campaign movement also promised to go beyond this, as the members hope to meet other Nigerians wherever they are to sell the APC candidates' manifesto to them, thereby making sure that President Muhammadu Buhari gets back into power. In Lagos, Tunde Saiki, NTA News.
About 100 women in Ikorodu Federal Constituency in Lagos are benefiting from the first phase of the federal government Microenterprise Enhancement Loan Empowerment Program. The Senior Special Assistant to the President on Foreign Affairs and Diaspora Matters, Abike Dabri-Erewa, who disclosed this, says the initiative will empower more women in the country. Amaka Owo completes the story.
The National Directorate of Employment Micro-Enterprise Enhancement Loan is one of the federal government's empowerment program targeted at fostering economic growth. The program is meant to uplift the standard of living of Nigerians, specifically women. The Senior Special Assistant to the President on Foreign Affairs and Diaspora Matters, Abike Dabiri-Erewa, says about 100 women will be trained in various skills in the first batch.
The idea is that women, with their little businesses, they'll be trained in jobs like cosmetology, and then they will be, giving startup funds, which has just been done today. So the Buhari administration believes in empowering everybody.
And it is interest-free, and they will pay over some time, about 6 months, to pay back. This will encourage them and boost their earnings.
Some beneficiaries comment.
I want to see them to trust the government. The government is doing well.
The social welfare program will also alleviate the plight of the poor and vulnerable in society. In Lagos, Amaka O, NTA News.
That's our contribution from Lagos. It's back to Lydia in Abuja for more reports on Nationwide.
Many thanks, Hingino. The presidential candidate of the Advanced People's Democratic Alliance, Shitu Kabir Mohammed, has enjoined the party members and supporters to vote massively come Saturday, 16 February 2019 for the All Progressives Congress presidential candidate Muhammadu Buhari. Timothy Yusuf has details.
The APDA presidential candidate Shitu Kabir Mohammed said his decision was born out of the exemplary track records of President Muhammadu Buhari, whom he explained deserved another term to consolidate on his achievements.
The ideology of Advanced People Democratic Alliance is in proximity with that of President Muhammadu Buhari in his desire to bring about a new and better Nigeria. In this direction, we implore all supporters and members of Advanced People Democratic Alliance to vote massively for the re-election of President Muhammadu Buhari come Saturday, the 16th of February 2019.
Similarly, the Accord Party has endorsed President Muhammadu Buhari as its presidential candidate for the February 16 presidential poll. The decision is as a result of the party's firm belief that President Muhammadu Buhari has all it takes to take Nigeria to the next level.
We reaffirmed our resolve and determination to remain a dependable and reliable allies to President Muhammadu Buhari's presidential campaign organization and APC for the successful election of President Muhammadu Buhari on the 16th of February 2019.
We are doing this not because we expect anything in return, but because we believe, right, in the efficacy of our elections, and we also believe in the work that the president has done, and therefore we wanted to have a second tenure.
The party called on Nigerians to give another chance to President Buhari for consolidation of the giant strides being recorded by the present administration. In Abuja, Timothy Yusuf, NTA News.
2019 election preparedness and developmental stories from correspondents across our zones when we return.
The UN compound houses about 400 employees. The building is not safe.
The Nigerian capital Abuja is still reeling from Monday morning's rush hour bomb.
If the group did carry out the attack, it would be one of its worst.
2 suicide bombings in Nigeria. One targeted a convoy carrying Nigeria's main opposition leader.
Gun attack on the central mosque in North Nigeria's biggest city, Kano.
We are moving forward. We are going higher. Prosperity for everyone.
His Excellency the Governor of Kaduna State, Right Honorable Aminu Bello Masari, CFR, on behalf of himself, government and members of All Progressives Congress, APC, invites the good people of Kaduna State to come out en masse and welcome President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, for the APC 2019 presidential campaign, which will be held on Thursday, 14th February 2019 at Muhammadu Dikko Stadium, Katsina by 10 a.m. The entire people of Kaduna State assure you our unflinching support and success to your second-term bid for continuity with the remarkable notable achievements in economic reconstruction, infrastructural development, fighting corruption and insecurity for a viable Nigeria. With Baba Buhari next level is certain. Chairman, Kaduna State APC 2019 Campaign Council and Secretary to the Government, Mustafa Mohamed Inua, announcer.
I have seen these young Africans prosper, from some who didn't even know what to do with their lives until they got the $5,000 seed capital from Tony Elumelu Foundation, and the mentorship and the training. That gladdens my heart.
I saw this ad about the Tony Elumelu Foundation. I applied. That was the pivotal moment.
Africa Fashion Week London just came after I participated in the Tony Elumelu Foundation entrepreneurship program.
Tony Elumelu, grâce à sa fondation, permet de donner une boussole à tous les entrepreneurs de cette fondation.
Our role is not only to empower young Africans directly, we should be a voice, advocate, catalyst for economic empowerment of Africa.
The future of Africa is in your hands.
Become a Tony Elumelu entrepreneur. Apply now.
Our pastors, our imams, in every church, in every mosque, please realize that in the course of praying for peaceful and transparent elections, we all have duties beyond prayers if we want a stable society before, during, and after the elections. What are you saying to those who worship in your church and at your mosque? Yes, every Sunday and every Friday, all of us, Muslims and Christians alike, troop out to our various places of worship to hear God speak through our pastors and imams. As a pastor, as imams, you owe it a duty to God and to this nation towards ensuring peace before, during, and after the general elections. Speak to those who worship under you. Encourage them to exercise their civic responsibility peacefully. Let's join hands to ensure peaceful general elections. This message is from the National Orientation Agency.
We, the Nigerian youth, have resolved to stand with you, Baba, in the next level. We recognize your commitment to create jobs and empower the youth. Your strategic policies in the agri-sector has not only increased gainful employment and boosted production, but also saved the nation billions of dollars in foreign exchange. We are benefiting from your deployment of infrastructure across the country, with Abuja, Kaduna, and Lagos-Abeokuta rail lines completed. Itakpe-Ajaokuta-Warri rail line will soon be completed, while Lagos-Kano rail line is under construction. Additional 1,531 kilometers of roads have been completed and over 1,000 kilometers rehabilitated across the country. The second Niger bridge is on the way through Presidential Infrastructure Development Fund. Hydropower plants in Mambila, Zungeru, and many other power projects are under construction to add value to the improved power generation, transmission, and distribution in the country. Brokering and sustaining peace in the Niger Delta has helped stabilize the economy, thereby increasing investment in the oil and gas sector. We are coming with you to the next level to see the Empower scheme increase to 1.5 million beneficiaries and full implementation of the 10 billion Naira Youth Entrepreneurship Project. Nigerian youth, let's connect to the next level. This message is powered by Dr. Tony Uoye, Director, Youth Mobilization, APC Presidential Campaign Council.
Thanks for staying. The Northeast Zonal Coordinator for Youth and Women Presidential Campaign, who is also wife of the Bauchi State Governor, Hajia Hadiza Abdullahi Abubakar, has expressed optimism that the APC-led administration will be re-elected at all levels of government. Hajia Hadiza spoke shortly after a rally to motivate and canvass support from residents of Bauchi. Bulak Afsa completes the story.
For close to 3 hours, Government House Road to Emirs Drive down to the heart of Bauchi Town, Winty Roundabout, experienced congestion as a result of a mega rally held in favor of President Muhammadu Buhari and Governor Abdullahi Abubakar's re-election. organized by the Office of the Wife of the Governor, Hajia Hadiza Abdullahi Abubakar. Represented by her Senior Special Assistant on Domestic Affairs, she asserts that with the large numbers of women and youth in APC rallies across the country, she is optimistic that the party will win at all levels.
The aim of the rally is to motivate and canvass support for both candidates.
Hajia Barodo calls for support of all Nigerians to make APC's dream become a reality for the second time. In Bauchi, Bulak Afsa, NTA News.
We now go on a special broadcast on Imo Perfect Alliance campaign rally. Enjoy it.
These